That's total white man can't jump vibe,
It is.
right? I like that. I like that. Hey, everybody, what is up? We're just talking about Jose's cap or hat. What do you call it? Cap or a hat?
I call it a ball cap.
A ball cap because you're so professional. Like you have to go ball cap. I like it. You know what?
I call it a dad hat.
A dad hat. I don't
It
like dad
has a it
hats. If it
has a
has,
zipper on the side so I can hide my weed that I don't smoke and
okay,
everything.
maybe you could put
It's a
some of
sick
the,
hat.
maybe you could put some of the Alamo Remedy hemp flour in there.
Oh, there you go.
But you shouldn't smoke it. It's not meant for smoking, guys. Wink, wink. It's so dumb. They're the laws behind hemp flour. What hemp flour is? It looks like it just looks like weed, but it's more CBD concentrated, right? So the THC level is less than 0.3%, but you're not allowed to sell it as a smokable. It's only a food based product. So you can put in your teas, you can make edibles out of it, but don't you dare smoke it because that's where the state of Texas gets upset. It's so ridiculous, but maybe you can stash some of that in there because it's so illegal to light up a CBD joint now.
It's got some space in there. It pretty much takes up the whole side of the hat.
Oh, so
So
you could fit enough in there for a felony? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
good.
saying.
That's nice right there. We can do that. How you doing, man? Sorry we didn't do the podcast on a Monday. For those of you that are appointment viewers, which I appreciate. Thank you so much for watching and
Oh, I
supporting
thought
the
you were
show.
apologizing to me.
No, and to you, and to
I was just
you.
gonna say I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah, it was my wife's birthday yesterday, so I thought it would be a bad look if I if I did a podcast on her birthday and not spend time with her, which we spent a lot of time together and it was awesome. We had a great time, and we just like what, we're gonna push it, so we're doing it tonight. And yesterday, you know what we did? Your boy right here, homemade sushi. That's what we did as a
What?
yeah, boy, get on my level, man. Because at this point, Jose, when you've been married for almost 8 years, no more than almost 9 years, because I forgot we're in 2020 still. It's not the material gifts; it's the experiences.
Sure, sure.
Plus, I'm unemployed, so I couldn't afford.
There you go. There's the real reason.
So I'm sure she was pretty disappointed. She's like, "Hey, where's my Apple Watch or my iPhone?" But what do you get something for the woman that has everything, Jose?
You make her crappy homemade sushi.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Okay, first try, not bad. It's just the rice. The rice is the hardest part to make. You have to get it just right, or if it's too sticky, then it's not good.
Did so I didn't see any pictures of these. What sort of rolls were you making? Was it basic as like California rolls?
So I started with California roll, and then
Okay.
I did a spicy Doritos roll. That was pretty good. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then we did that was it. We kept it simple cuz I'm not brave enough to mess with like fresh fish.
Right.
Like preparing it. I don't mind eating it. If I go somewhere, I'm good. But I was so afraid of like, okay, if I go to Whole Foods and I buy something and I leave it in the car too long and the temperature dips below like below a point, and then all of a sudden we all have food poisoning, I was not brave. So I just got some lump crab meat that was already,
Yeah.
picked out, and we just used that. And then I got some imitation crab and it was horrible, so I'd never try that again. It was not good.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like crab, but it's just the consistency is not good. I mean, anytime you go to a sushi place, if you
Is it
get
rubbery?
yeah, it's kind of rubbery. But if you go to a sushi place or if you buy store bought sushi, then more than likely, like in your California roll, it's imitation crab. It's not
Right.
real crab, right? So it's just that. But I guess what they get and what I bought from HEB was not the same. So yeah, but it was cool. It was fun, man. It was nice. It was something different. And then we just hung out all day. So now we've celebrated every single family member's birthday in quarantine or shelter in place. So yeah, it's been a good 6 months of just being at home.
You didn't take any pictures, did you, of your sushi? Is there proof?
I have some. Yeah, I think I have some on my phone. I don't know. I don't share too
Did
much
did
family stuff
uh
on
did
my
Baby
public
Trickster
account.
use I was gonna say toothpicks, chopsticks?
She tried. She tried, but she's not good at it. Here, I'll show you a picture real quickly. For those of you on the audio side, you won't get to see it, so look it up on YouTube. But I don't know. Can you see it? Like, yeah, your boy
Oh
was,
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, it's easy to make. You just buy a sushi kit on Amazon, but really, all you need is a bamboo rolling sheet. Those are like $2 at HEB. You can just get them anywhere, honestly, and then just get the Japanese rice. That's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need all the fancy stuff. All you need is that, and then the nori, the seaweed that you place as the base, and that's it. And then you just make your sushi, whatever you want in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I should do like a fusion one.
I mean, you sort of did, didn't you, with the chips?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there used to be a place that was really good in Midtown that used to do a hot Cheeto roll, and that was really good. They would put hot Cheetos all over the sushi, and man, that hit. That was good.
Instead of what's the sushi crunch made out of? Is it onion? It's
Yeah, it's like
typically made
fried
out of.
onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually fried onions.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we did. What have you been up to this week?
I was off all last week, so I was just kind of just running errands and taking a quote unquote mental health break or whatever.
Nice, good.
I finished my defensive driving course. It
How'd you do?
was I didn't get a question wrong, and I didn't pay attention to half of the course.
You
The
really
second half,
don't need to.
the second half of the course, I was watching South Park in my living room, and I would just play the videos and take the quizzes at the end of the sections. And it was like really stupid questions they were asking. It's such a scam. Like I want to start my own defensive driving online course because they're such a
Yeah.
scam.
What's the certification for a defensive driving school or even a driver's ed school?
I'm not sure. What do you mean?
Like, what can I just open one up with you, or do we have to get certified?
Oh, you're trying to climb on my idea, dog? You trying to invest?
I mean, I'm
You don't got nothing
trying.
else going on,
I
right?
got nothing else to do. I got nothing else to do. And now the unemployment, the $600 stopped coming in. So, things are getting back to normal now. People have to get back to work, and your boy's still looking, by the way. So if you have any contract work or if you want me to do something, hit me up. I'm literally just sitting at home now. I do the podcast with you and Nuno, and that's about it. And then I'll volunteer as much as I can. So I've been doing a bunch of that, like online, helping people out with their brand related things, and any organization that reached out to me, I was like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. I don't care. What do I have nothing else to do. So
So
uh,
you're a consultant.
I guess
You should put
if
that
you
on your bio.
consultant.
Yeah.
No, I like saying guru.
There you
Guru
go.
is a good one.
Social media guru.
Yeah, and nobody knows what's going on. Again, like I'll do my social media rant one more time. There is no formula to this, okay? And there's no conversion to this that really adds up without spending a ton of money. So everybody's just kind of making it up. We're all just faking our way through this, right? No matter what job you're in, you're just kind of faking your way through this, and you hope it works, and you hope the paycheck's cash, and you have a little fun. That's it.
Spoken like a real social media guru.
I know what I trust me, when I was getting paid to do social media stuff, I was like, when is the jig gonna be over? When are they gonna go like, okay, guys, this is ridiculous? Because I could see it. I was like, hey, especially when you're working for a small business,
Yeah.
like I was with my first job out of radio, it was working for a college degree referral site. I could tell.
Really?
Yeah, like I knew I immediately, and I told my supervisor, and she's a good friend of mine. I was like, man, I don't think we're getting the ROI. Like, there's no reason if we're using social media, we can't track back clicks that result in money, right? Like, we need to figure a way to do that. And they're like, nah, just do it. It just looks good for the brand. Like all social media is for big companies is when you go to their account, does it look like a real business? Right? So you trust them. Does it look like a trustable business? And then if you're really good at it, does it have a personality? So maybe you interact with them, and then hopefully you go to Mod Pizza because you had a good interaction on social media, or
Yeah.
you go to Rainforest Cafe because you had a good interaction with them, right? Like that's all you can hope for. Because when we would actually do trackable things, it wasn't. I don't think it was worth the ROI. But you know what? people have been sold on it now. So, I mean, people stay with it. Go get your money, man. I'm not going to hate on anybody. That I did it. I'll probably do a social media job at some point, right? Again, so keep doing it, but let's just not get enamored with it like it's the only thing that matters, right? Same thing. Think about previous elections. Think about things that have happened in politics, right? We go, oh man, it seems like everything is going one way, right? It's going to be an easy win for Hillary Clinton, right? No. Social media is not the only answer. There's more things out there.
Spoken like a true guru. Your T-shirt started becoming into a turtleneck as you were talking.
Yeah.
You Steve Jobs that.
Steve Jobs did. There's only one person left on the planet that wears the mock turtleneck now. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Fred Fowler. He's the only one. Yeah.
No. Sure, there's so close.
No, I've never seen anybody else wear the mock turtleneck like Fred Fowler does. Like he commits to it.
Yeah, he definitely commits to it.
Kelly Iko, or is it Iko?
Iko, our buddy Kelly Iko.
Shout out to Kelly. Kelly's doing a great job. What's up, Kelly? Love you. He does a good job of wearing the mock turtleneck
and the velvet. Yeah,
but
NBA Twitter roasts him about the velvet.
Yeah, but he only does that on game days.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Game day he usually pulls out a velvet blazer.
Mm-hmm. But Fred wears it all the time. Like my man, he's in it to win it. So there you go. Go get it. Okay, so you had a mental health week. You regrouped, enjoyed your time off. What was the riskiest thing you did where you could have caught COVID?
I for the first time I went to a restaurant since like February probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was kind of eerie. It was a very good meal, I will say that.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you go?
Buffalo Brewery.
I've never been there.
It's in the Heights. It's the former chef of Beavers is now the chef of I can't remember his name, but he's been to the station a couple times.
Okay. Was it a station hookup or did you actually go on your own? Be honest.
To wait, where? To Beavers or to
Buffalo Brewery?
Oh, no, I went on my own. I was on vacation.
Okay, cool. So it's not a hashtag ad.
No, it's not a hashtag ad.
Okay.
Although it could be.
Could be.
If they want it to be.
Reach out. Tell them what's up. You can
Come on the podcast.
You can do a pre-roll like I do on mine. Pre-roll, pun intended, CBD. What's up, Alamo Remedy? So you went there and it was, what was it, like 25% capacity still, or is it 50?
So I went on Tuesday early afternoon, so thankfully there wasn't that many people there. But it's a 3-story restaurant or a brewery, and we went all the way to the 3rd floor, and there was no one by the next table over were empty, and then a couple tables down, that's when the next party was seated.
Nice. And the waitress or waiter face mask on the whole time?
Yes.
And then when did you take yours off?
As soon as we started drinking. They started drinking, I was drinking water. Obviously, I don't drink.
See, that's the weird part because I went to a place to grab sushi, same hours as yours. Like I went after the lunch rush. I went with my wife, and we're like, can we take off our mask now? Like when we're drinking water? And then do we leave it off or do we put it back on?
It's awkward, man. And I feel so bad for the servers, for the waiters, for the bartenders. I feel so bad for those people. It's
scary time, man.
It's a
scary time. But man, I bet that food tasted so good when it's
It was amazing. It was so it's restaurant week, right? Or it was, and restaurant week isn't really a week, it's a couple of weeks. So they had specials or whatever, and I had like this fried fish sandwich. And my good buddy Gio Lopez, fellow in the Clutchian, had was it a pot? I think it was a pot roast sandwich. Ooh. And we like sliced the sandwiches and shared them or whatever, and they were both really good.
So that was the riskiest thing. I went and
Probably
played basketball.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I went and played basketball with 4 people.
How'd that go?
It was awesome. I mean, it was awesome, like being amongst friends and laughing and, talking trash and just being around each other because I hadn't seen these guys in 3 months, 3+ months, right? Almost. When do we? Yeah, I mean, my brother-in-law was there, but I see him all the time. Um, yeah, it's been like 3.5, 4 months almost since I last saw them from afar. So it was nice, but I mean, my body was struggling. You don't play competitive ball for like
Right.
2 or 3 months. It's hard, but yeah, it was cool. I hope I don't get it.
How long ago
So
was this?
this was on Saturday.
Ooh, okay. You
Yeah,
still have time.
I'm still in the window, but all the guys, they for real respect the stay at home. They're not going out and partying and stuff because they're still working, so they can't afford to be out. Like they own their own businesses, right? So
Right.
they can't be out. Like there's no unemployment for them. So they really just go to work, come back, and that's it. And they stay with a tight circle. So I'm hoping everything's good. You want to get to college football real quickly?
Sure, man.
Okay, so college football. Not to spend too much time on sports, but the Big Ten officially out. They're not playing football this year. The Pac-12 officially out. They're not playing football this year. Big 12 still in as of now. SEC is going to play no matter what. SEC is all in on this. They're like, hey, majority of our states are the reason we're still in this mess, so why not just keep going? What's up? My rights, okay? So they're going to keep doing it. But I'm confused by this, okay? Now, you're still in sports radio. You still hear various opinions about this. And based on my research, I'm confused because from my understanding, the students are still going to be on campus, right? In the Big Ten, at least, Pac-12, same thing. They're still going to be there, and they're allowed to practice. They're going to have protocols in place. It's just game days, I guess, they're not comfortable with. And the Pac-12, they mentioned the heart condition that a lot of athletes do develop after they test positive for COVID-19. I believe it's called mitochondritis. I don't know how to say it, so I'm butchering it. But it's that lingering heart condition that could result in something dangerous. So Pac-12 pulled that. They just had more information on that. I'm just confused why other conferences are doing it, and some conferences are like, no, we're good, man. We don't want any part of this. I mean, the AAC is still doing it, and that's a conference Houston's in, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's play football. Who cares if Houston was once a hot spot, right? And I'm not pro play or against it because it really has no bearing on my life. If Texas didn't play football this year, it's okay. I'll be fine. We'll
They were
have
gonna
next
suck
year.
anyways.
No, this was actually a good year for them. If
Mm,
anything, this is one of the years like I was like, okay, we have a great quarterback. We got weapons all around. Tom Herman's the GOAT, okay? So he's going to do big things.
mm.
Um, Oklahoma doesn't have a mercenary for hire this year, okay? So they don't have that. But if they didn't play, Jose, I'd be okay. You know what? I understand. I'm a mature adult. I understand what's at stake here. And if they do play, cool, I'll watch. So I don't know, man. I'm baffled by the decision making on various conferences, and everyone has pretty much the same information. I know everyone has different groups of doctors that they're getting their input from, but I mean, for the most part, it's all the same information. It's just how you look at that data. So I'm confused on why some people are doing it and some aren't. And I think there's Jose. Okay, looks like I lost Jose. So if you are watching right now, let me know if I'm on the screen or Jose's on the screen. Let me see if I can get him back on. He's coming back in. I'm gonna see if Jose is back or is it my Wi-Fi? I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me try now. Jose, you there?
Hello?
Hey,
Yeah,
you there?
I'm here. I think it's your Wi-Fi.
I think it's my
I
Wi-Fi.
think it's you. It could be me, but I don't think it's me.
Okay, so you heard my
Are
rant,
you there?
right?
Oh
Yeah, can you
no.
hear?
Oh no. You're cutting out.
Oh no, we're having issues. I think I know the issue, by the way.
Yes, it's totally your Wi-Fi.
It's totally my Wi-Fi. I think so. Hold on. Jose, you keep talking. You keep talking. Okay, looks like I'm good, so I'm gonna keep talking. I'm so confused by
Yeah,
this.
I think I have you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so here Roel, excuse me, says, I think it's just a representation of our society. We have different views and opinions on how to get through this pandemic, and that's why certain conferences are playing and certain conferences are not. So I was baffled by all of this. And look, I'm like reading up on it. I'm trying to understand it, but it's just making no sense to me. And I guess it really just boils down to one thing. It's like if you're in a certain area of the country, you are going to think about the pandemic one way, and then another area is going to think about it a different way, and that's it. Which I guess that's the answer. I don't know, man, but it's just weird to me that there is some overlap, right? Like from some of these schools, and those presidents are like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this, and within that same state, a conference, a school that's in a different conference is like, nah, we're good, man. I don't know. So it's just I don't liability. I'm sure plays a role in this, obviously. But if the athletes want to play and they're signing this away, then do you let them play, right? Like that's what it comes down to for me is if these athletes want to play, and sometimes I know you have to step in as an adult and go, look, man, this isn't going to work. Like this isn't the right move, right? So you have to step in and tell that kid and tell them that just because you want to play doesn't mean that we're going to play, because this might not work out and this might put more people at danger, which we have seen it probably will. And a lot of these schools, by the way, are going with crowds. So there's that factor into it as well. So, man, it's just scary. It's scary times. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get a full college football season. I don't think something's going to happen, man. Like we've played with fire for so long. The fact that with the MLB we had the positive test and they just keep postponing games, and that's fine. That's their protocol. But when you multiply this with football, when there's that many players, we're playing with fire. Something bad is going to happen. The NBA, they did it their way. It's a bubble, right? Like I don't think the percentages are high that something bad will happen. College football, something bad could happen, and I think it will happen. We're just playing with fire. We're just getting away with this, and then you put fans on top of this, Jose, even at a 25% capacity. Oh boy.
I it I mean there's so many layers to this. Like with everything with the NCAA, there's so many layers to this. They could do some sort of bubbles, but they would have to not have kids on campus that aren't student athletes, and then they'd have to admit that student athletes aren't student athletes, which they don't want to do. The 2 days ago, the Let Us Play hashtag, was it Let Us Play? I think that the college football
Mm-hmm.
players were tweeting, was blowing up, and then they started talking about unionizing, and everyone was like, hold on, relax, let's slow down. Like, there's so many layers, and it's part of the reason I can't get into collegiate sports. Aside from the fact that I didn't grow up rooting for a university, or I didn't go to a university with strong collegiate sport athletics. I went to UHD, like that's a commuter school. There's no,
Mm-hmm.
we're a freaking Gator. We play against Lone Star. There's no real ties to athletics. It's because of how murky to me the situation is with collegiate sports. And now, like with everything else that the virus has done, it's exposing a lot of things for what they really are. And ultimately, I think that's why college football has made this so difficult, because they could have, if they insisted on playing, they could have been on a united front, could they not?
Mm-hmm.
If, on the same way, if they decided, you know what, it's not in our best interest, in the best interest of our athletes to play, they could have came to that conclusion as well. But there's separate and there's isolated motives for all of this, isn't there not?
There is. I'm looking up how much is the NCAA worth, right? How much money does, because it is a governing body. It brings in $1 billion a year. Um, so there's a lot of money there, obviously, right? If the NCAA as an organization said, we know this is going to be a down year, we get it. We know we might be working in the red here. All right. And that's fine. Like, we understand. So here's what we're going to do. We are worth billions of dollars. So when it comes to testing, that's a huge part of this as well, right? The testing, and then you hope the athletes stay within their bubble. They don't become college students and not interact with other kids, which is so
Right.
ridiculous, right?
We
You
can't
just
even
hope.
get pro athletes to not do that. Like
Yeah,
the Indians just had that with Clevenger and their other pitcher. Like
it's not going to happen, right? But let's say if that was the ideal world, the NCAA says, here's what we're going to do. We understand MAC schools can't afford all the testing. We understand that some Pac 12 schools, like UCLA, they're operating at a loss as well. We get that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to fund the testing. We're going to figure this out. We have time. Let's do this and not wait last minute. The NFL, one of their big issues, or excuse me, one of the big reasons why they're moving forward is they have contracts with private labs for COVID testing, right? So the NCAA should have stepped up and said, "Yeah, we'll go ahead and fund all of this testing for you guys, and then we're going to lose money. We're going to lose money. That's fine." But that's what the NCAA is, right? When you're part of an organization, you're there that you hope that that organization can help in a time of need, and they didn't. They failed horribly.
right. It's just like Royal said a little while ago. It's just like how the country has handled the virus
Mm-hmm.
as a whole. Just kind of hoping and wishing it would go away until they realized, oh man, this isn't going away, and it's kind of too late to try to do something about it when college football is supposed to start in like 2 weeks. Like the
I just know,
arrogance,
man.
just
Yeah.
the arrogance of it, man. And guess
But
what? The NFL is going to do the same thing. Like,
mm-hmm. But at least the NFL is there, and again, there's gonna be fans, right? Like this all changes with fans in the attendance, in the crowd. That it all changes. Like the NBA bubble, I don't even understand why people are wearing a mask. What are you wearing a mask for? Everyone's negative. You're in the bubble. There's no outside factors, right? Nobody. No, you can't
hashtag
break.
ad. They gotta
Hashtag
sell the
ad.
face masks.
By the way, the NBA resumes. Make sure you watch TNT for all your NBA coverage. Hashtag ad. Um, but it's a bubble, right? So there's no everybody that's within that bubble, including media members, they get tested almost every day, and
Right.
they're negative. If you're positive, you can't go in the bubble. You can't be
I think
around people.
it's ultimately, I think, obviously an optics thing. Like you want to give the impression that
Mm,
you're on constant vigilance, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like
really?
all it takes is one. All it takes is one to start it.
Yeah, but
And if you could prevent that by just having everyone wear a mask when they're out in public, I don't see the harm in it. Like
but
it's
see, I would be opposite. If I'm the NBA, I go, I just spent $150 million for this. I'm letting everybody know how safe this is. By the way, that everybody in here, no matter what, and we're gonna drill this message home. And this also goes to look with proper testing, with proper results, when people respect the bubble and respect the protocols put in place. This is how you can be successful. I would drive that point home if I'm the NBA. Look what we did. And look, if our government can provide faster testing, if we all as a society, as people respect this, and we understand that hey, there's no reason to go to a concert or go to a
a
party or
Smash Mouth
whatever.
concert.
Yeah, like if we respect all that, maybe we can get through this. But it's not. You're right. It's all about the independence in this country, and that's fine. That's what we're built on, right? This country is built on wanting our own thing. So I understand that, but man, it is frustrating to watch. And with the going back to the NCAA, you can put testing in place. You can put the bubble, quote unquote bubble, where athletes are literally going from their housing to the facility and they're taking all online classes. Let's say in a wild world that works, but you're going to have to make up some of that money, and that money is made up with fans. And when you introduce fans within this whole thing, it gets a little wild. So I don't know, man. I have no idea how this is all going to work out. I have no idea. I don't think college football, I don't think the season's going to go to a completion. I don't think so. I think something's going to happen because we're playing with fire here. It's only a matter of time.
Do you think it gets started at all? Like, does
Yes.
the SEC, the ACC, they're playing games? You think?
Oh, absolutely. SEC for sure is all in. ACC, I think will start up. I think. I'm not sure on the Big 12 either. I don't know about the Big 12. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen there. Who knows, man? But I mean, the odds are something bad's going to happen because there's just too many people. There's just too with football. There's just too many people. One, there's just the amount of players, the staff that's involved, the coaches that are involved, and if you introduce game day where family members are there, there's just too many different things and too many different factors where something bad won't happen. And I don't know, a bad meaning a kid ends up in a hospital because of this. What happens then? Are they just gonna push that aside and just keep playing? Are we just gonna keep playing if a kid is admitted to the hospital because of this? God forbid somebody dies. It doesn't even have to be a student athlete. Are we just gonna keep moving forward? You know, so it's nuts, man. And Joel Anderson, who is a friend of the show, Slate writer, Slow Burn Pod, what's up? He said, guys, the Olympics were canceled. Why do you think Big Ten football is going to move forward? Or why do you think we're going to have college football? The freaking Olympics, it's way, I mean, there's just way more money at stake with the Olympics than any of these football things, right? Because it's a once in 4 years, all the time, the money, resources that are put in, like just to redo one more, like to push it back one more year, it's going to cost how many billions? It's going to cost them a lot of money. There's just no denying it. There was a number. I think it wasn't $1 billion, but it was very close to it. How much is it going to cost to push it back a year? Because they have all these apartments built out. They have all these hotels that are built out and stadiums and this and that. And a lot of those places, the plan was to use it in 2020 and then you start making money on those places, right? You start renting it out and they can't do that. So now you're just sitting on something for a year. So how much is that going to cost? All the dates pushed back. So if the Olympics were canceled, guys, why would college football not get canceled?
According to NPR in April 21st, it's going to cost billions to reschedule the Olympics next year. Billions with a B.
That's unreal, man. Unreal. Guess what? We take a loss. We take a loss for 1 year. There's no college football. Guys, it's okay. I promise life will move on. Things will be fine. Go spend more time with people.
Kaido News, one of the outlets in Japan, is estimating that it will take roughly $3 billion.
I don't trust them. They're biased. Everybody knows they represent one view only. Jose, Kaido News. Everybody knows that. So that was my college football thing I want to talk about because, well, I don't have a radio show anymore, and I just wanted to get that off my chest.
You wanted to get that on a reel. All right, hold on. Let me write down the times. Gonna pull that for your reel, buddy.
Thank you. Why don't you guys interact? Because we see your comments. We try to work.
Because Raheel's on a soapbox today about college football. Yeah. Sorry about that.
So here, I'll put you up.
We can go through some of these comments real quick since everyone.
Okay, go through some. Yeah.
Because it is true we haven't. Justin asked where I got my hat. God, I don't even remember. I got it a year ago when the hat came out from the Nike Atmos collab.
Look at
I think
you,
it was
Mr. So rich.
So rich. It was like a $45 hat.
A $45 hat? What? A $45 hat.
It has a zipper on the side.
Man, $45 hat. You just that's how you know you're rich. That's how I know you really are rich.
That's
expensive? Oh yeah, $45. What?
I mean, I guess.
$45 is expensive for a hat, in my opinion. But I'm
How
also
much was that T-shirt you're wearing?
Free.
Is it one of your stupid radio T-shirts?
No, it was from that
with a stupid slogan that shouldn't have been printed on a T-shirt.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm just saying. There's plenty of those.
Oh, you're just hurting my feelings for fun. Is that what you're doing?
No,
I like the game.
I'm hurting sports radio guy feeling.
No, this was from 5-4. Remember that company that sent me a big box of stuff, and I gave you some stuff as well.
You gave me a shirt you didn't want. Yep.
Yeah, a shirt that I didn't want. I was like, but Jose will wear it. Hey, I started the Umbrella Academy. Just want a little comic book.
Oh, I
Have you?
need to start that. No, I haven't.
It's good. It's good. I thought it was gonna be cheesy. I have no idea what
Yeah.
it's about. By the way, I had no idea. Right?
Is Mary J. Blige in it? Did I imagine
Yep.
that?
She's in it. She's in it, and
Cool.
she's a badass in it.
Like Jada
So,
Pinkett Smith in Gotham Badass or cooler?
I didn't watch enough of Gotham to get a feel.
She was pretty cool in that.
She's Mary J. Blige is pretty badass in this. Ellen Page is in it. She's really sad all the time, just like in every character she plays. It's good. I don't want to ruin it, but do you know the premise at all of the Umbrella
No.
Academy? Okay, so on October 1st, 1989, I believe is the date, there was a group of women that were not pregnant that gave birth out of nowhere. And then there's a billionaire who ends up buying 7 of these kids.
What the hell? They
Yeah.
just sold the kids?
Yeah, he's a billionaire. If Jeff Bezos came up to you right now and said, "Give me your firstborn," that you weren't even expecting, like it just literally popped out of you,
Yeah.
would you give it up? I mean, come on, Jose.
He's
you on
giving
the
me a
spot.
Billy?
No, I don't know how much he got. I don't know how much he gave them, but he did.
It's my child. They're
No,
priceless, Raheel. You
it's
as
really
a
not your
father,
child.
as
It's
a
really not
father,
your child.
I feel like you should reconsider.
No, but it's really not your
I'm
child.
not a father, so I can't comment on this.
Okay, if my
But you
wife,
as a father, you as a father.
that's true. I am the dad here, so I'm allowed to talk about this. You're not. And that's the same reason. You know what? Certain stories. I'm not going there.
No, don't do that.
I was about
Don't
to
do
bring up
that.
our text. I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
don't do that.
That would be no. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill.
That's
But,
for the $8 paywall episode where we just talk mess about people.
yeah, I'm not gonna do it. But Jose and I, we had a big story today in our text thread. Sorry, I can't say too much more. I don't want to get in trouble. But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. With the man, I don't want to get in trouble with the man.
I respect it. I respect it.
So, if my wife just out of nowhere, she showed no signs of being pregnant, okay, and my wife is a smaller woman, so I would.
Right.
Some of those stories you hear about where a woman just gives birth out of nowhere, and then you see a picture, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, I wouldn't know. I would know if my wife is pregnant, right? But if all of a sudden tomorrow, let's say she wakes up and she gives birth, do I have a connection to that kid? I don't think I have as emotional of a connection as you do with something that has been in her body for the last 9 months. Like you're nurturing this thing. You're going to all the appointments. If something just pops out, you're like, what? I guess I would sell it to a billionaire. Okay, I think we lost Jose again.
So you wouldn't be suspicious at all? Why your wife suddenly has a kid, and then a billionaire, Jeff Bezos comes to your door and it's like, hey, oh, you did? Oh, can I buy that baby off you?
Yeah, I'd just be like,
you're not suspicious at all?
No. I mean, I would be suspicious. Like, why do you want to buy this kid? Yes. But then I would drive up the price. I'd be like, well, obviously you want it, so I'm gonna drive this up. Right? And Roel says, is it your kid if a baby all of a sudden just pops out? I don't think it is. Anyways, that's
he
a
also
comic
said Raheel's flexing that he has a fit wife.
Hey, man, she puts in the work, all right? What do you want me to do? She puts in the work. I'm going to give her props, all right? Jose, I think I'm losing you again. Let me see. I'm going to kick you out for a second, and let's try this again. All right, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. So I started that. I will watch. I know you wanted to talk about the documentary on Netflix, the immigration documentary.
Which one?
Let people. Which one did you watch? The one that you were recommending?
I've watched 2. I finally watched the Epstein one, and I started Immigration Nation.
I'm talking about Immigration Nation. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Epstein one is old at this point, so we don't have to watch. We don't have to spend too much time on it. I will say it's not as cringe as I'm trying to be careful how or like be sensitive about how I phrase
Hmm.
it. The Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch one was very uncomfortable because of how descriptive they were about the sexual assault. This one isn't that way. It's
Okay.
uncomfortable because of the fact he was a very rich man who got away with sexually assaulting so many women, and he was very strategic and had kids recruiting other kids to help
Mm.
him. It's cringe in that aspect, but I think it's definitely worth watching, and you'll breeze through it pretty quickly. I watched it all in a day, I think.
Okay. I will watch. I've been saying I'm gonna watch it, and since you said it's not as cringe as the Michael Jackson one, because that one was
That one was
rough.
a that one was rough. That was a very
Dude,
tough watch.
we played a game together about that documentary, like how long before you eject, right? Because it's such an uncomfortable, because it's a horrible story, right? Like they
Right.
describe everything. How long can you last pretty much watching that documentary? That's how bad that documentary was. It's a rough watch. I never even finished it because I had to eject. I was like, I
No?
can't. I didn't do the final episode. I couldn't
Oh,
do
you
it.
coward.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out. And
You don't get to know how the story ends.
I think I know. I think I know. I'm pretty sure I know how this ends. But yeah, I need to watch the Epstein one, but the Immigration Nation one's the one I'm really looking forward to, and I will watch it after I finish
So
Umbrella Academy.
so yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, it's a documentary series where they followed ICE for a year, I think, and they kind of made ICE think they were doing profiles on them, but in actuality, it's a documentary exposing how broken the deportation system is and just how pompous the ICE officers act in the documentary is just so heartbreaking. And they interview people who have been separated from their families and from their kids. One man was detained by ICE and was separated from his child for 8 months.
Oh
He's one of the guys interviewed, and I'm 3 episodes in. It's a 6-part series, and it's a tough watch. It's a really tough watch.
I can't even imagine that, man. I can't like it sounds fake when you say it.
It does, man. But
Yeah.
that's it. Does it
Oh.
sounds like something that wouldn't happen in this country, but it's happening in
Oh
this
yeah.
country. And
Yeah. It.
I'm gonna say one word that for those of you who have watched it, or when you guys watch it, you'll know why it's so infuriating. The word collateral.
Oh
That's all
man.
I'm gonna say. When you watch it, you'll know.
Okay.
It is infuriating.
Oh, I can. I probably already. I can guess what it means. Cause the way those, the way that organization works, I can already imagine it. Yeah, that it makes no sense, man. It's heartbreaking. It's
It's
heartbreaking.
a
But I
very it's heartbraking. It's going to move you emotionally. But I think it's something everyone should watch.
okay. I
It's
definitely, I'm definitely am gonna watch it. Other things I wanted to talk to you about, because last week we went like an hour and a half, so I do want to tighten it up here. The endless summer is ending for my daughter. By the way, she's going to school next week. Man, I don't think her like we have. So our neighborhood, we have some neighbors, and we have 4 kids that are the same age. So they all roll together. All the parents are cool. It's awesome, right? These kids literally play outside from 7 p.m. till like 9:30. Or when the weather was nice, it would be from like
yeah.
4 p.m. till 9 o'clock, right? Like they would just be outside the whole time. They have no idea what's about to happen to them. Because there's one, they're all going to kindergarten, and two, they've just been living an endless summer for the last 5 years of their life, right? There's no like that. There's no schedule, a true schedule, and class and homework and all that. And kindergarten's really not that hard. I get it, but man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see their endless summer end finally.
Oh, BS! You're gonna cry.
Oh no, I mean,
Under
I'm
normal circumstances, taking your kid to school wouldn't that have made you cry?
not cry, but it would make me emotional. I
Hmm.
would be like, wow, I can't believe you're already in kindergarten. I did that. She had her graduation, so I had that moment, but I didn't cry. I don't cry that much.
Ooh, look at me! I'm tough guy Raheel. I don't
Yeah.
cry.
You see this? You see this? You see this right here? This emotional wall? That's right, baby. I watched Black is King. Dude, You
The
need to
Beyond
watch
is
it.
that the Beyonce Disney Plus movie?
Yeah, yeah. It's visually one of the best things I've seen. It is so damn good. And then the music, I didn't listen to the album the first time around when it first released. If I did, I forgot it. But man, the music is so much better when you actually have like a visual aid with it
Yeah,
because it's almost like a lookbook, right? Like this is her lookbook for the album. Dude, it is so good. It is so damn good.
yeah. She's we don't appreciate her enough as a visual artist
Mm-hmm.
because she did the same thing with Lemonade, where she made a video to every song, and she essentially made a short movie. And it's an incredible. It's they're all great. They're all really good. I do need to watch that. I know Pharrell's in it, right?
Yeah, Pharrell's in it for a song. Kendrick Lamar has a verse on a song, but he's not in it. Jay-Z's in it. It's just, the song that Pharrell's in is my favorite one. It's called Water. Man, it is so damn good. And can I also tell you, Beyonce, she is by far the most graceful artist ever. She makes everything look just like it is so easy and so damn graceful. So I just want to throw that out there for my beehive out there.
Your
You're
Bayhive.
Yeah, is it Bayhive or Beehive?
I think it's Bayhive.
Yeah, you're right. It's Bayhive. Bayhive. The Bayhive. Hey guys, I'm a fan of your people. I love it. She's awesome. She did a great job, and it's just so well done. So make sure you watch that.
Josh said the last time you cried was when you watched that Star Wars movie. Like
Which one?
I don't know, some space movie. You like, I guess he's talking about. I
Stop it,
guess it's
Josh.
Star Wars.
Stop it. That's Interstellar. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. Do not do this.
Spaceballs.
Don't do that. Don't do that. What do you think about Cardi B and Meg The Stallion?
What did I think about it?
Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
I still haven't
It's fun.
watched it. I haven't
Why?
watched it.
Why? Why haven't you watched it?
I don't know. I just listened to a song. I don't need. I don't. I don't need. I
I
don't need
think
help.
I think the song's good. I enjoy the song. I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to it, but I
Mhm.
think it's a good song.
Yeah, it's empowerment, right?
I really like the sample. I don't know if that's like a I don't know what sample that actually. I mean, I could find out in like 2 seconds if I look it up. But I don't mind the song. It made people mad. It made the whites mad.
Yeah. The
But
conservatives were
I
upset
don't
about this.
I don't mind it.
It was so funny seeing the reactions from like congressmen and senators. You're like, really, guys? It's not. It's just relax. Just relax. Just because this song is really, really vulgar. It's not. It's not going to be the end of the world for you. You'll be fine.
The song samples Frank Sky, song from 1992,
I remember hearing that song.
titled
I don't know
"Whores in This House."
Yeah. There's another song that references it as well. I don't know which one. Jose, I think I'm losing. Jose, turn your phone Wi-Fi off as
But
well.
yeah,
We need bandwidth from you, bro.
no, my phone Wi-Fi is off.
Okay, okay. I keep losing you. I'm like, man, this is rough today.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so you weren't that offended by the song. I
I
will
wasn't
watch the
offended
music
at
video.
all.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
The most
I listened to the song.
The most offensive thing to me was that they had Kylie in it. That the culture was not happy with the fact that Kylie was for some reason in the video. I didn't particularly feel different a certain way, but the memes were funny.
Was it true that tweet that she put? Cardi B put a tweet that she wanted every woman represented in there, including untalented women, and that's why she put her in there.
No, I don't think so. That's
No.
hilarious.
Oh man, I wish that was real.
No, I don't think so.
I saw that somewhere on somebody's Instagram story, and I didn't look it up. So pardon me falling for the headlines there. But man, wouldn't that be awesome if that was a real tweet?
Josh asks if the song "Whores in This House" will be the new intro for the podcast. I don't think so.
I don't think we can get that cleared. Could you imagine? It would cost a lot of money.
We're gonna blow the whole show budget on that.
Are you Are you excited that Kanye finally announced his platform?
No, not really. No.
You can now go to Kanye2020.country. And no, this is not a wet ass podcast, Astro713. It's not what WAP stands for. But yeah, he has a website up there and he has a platform, like a legit platform. And it is super religious based. Surprise, surprise, because Kanye's now he's so hardcore Christian that even his presidential platform, the number one thing is creating a culture of life. That's the whole thing, sorry. Number one, restore faith and revive our constitutional commitment to freedom of religion and the free exercise of one's faith, demonstrated by restoring prayer in the classroom, including spiritual foundations.
Mm,
I feel like that's one of the big things about this. We don't want religion in the classroom, Kanye. What are you doing?
no. The website looks like one of his like Yeezy like Adidas lookbooks.
Yeah, there's definitely a lookbook for his election.
Definitely.
He definitely had a huge a creative session for this.
So it has bullet points, and I feel like he's going to put those bullet points on a T-shirt.
Yes. Will
Like
you buy some of this?
No,
merchandise?
absolutely not.
You can donate.
I know you are.
No, I'm not gonna buy his. You can donate to Yay 2020.
I'm good.
$20, $100, $200, $500, or $1,000.
I'm good.
I don't want. And by the way, every single bullet point that you mentioned, it all goes back to a verse in the Bible.
It does. I just noticed that. Yeah.
Like my dude is running on. He wants to be part of the family, that documentary I told you about, that religious group that runs the government pretty much. I think that's who's funding this. He's part of the family.
Yeah, I'm good on that. There was it the New York Times who released that story about how the Republican Party is helping his campaign?
I heard about that. But was it confirmed? Was it like a rogue? I thought it was like just a rogue official, not like the whole party. Because that would be unfair, right? Like, let's say somebody from the New York Republican Party in.
You think they did it for a pair of those D Rose slides?
Yeah, those trash tilapia slides that he released. Those of you don't know what we're talking about. Kanye put up a picture of some shoes he's releasing to honor D Rose, and they basically look like tilapia fillets on shoes. And it is the strangest looking thing I've ever seen.
They're atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, Jose, D Rose has gone through enough, right? And now we're doing, like, he has to go through this.
So when those pictures first leaked, I thought that was like the outsole of a shoe, like the bottom part of the shoe. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, those are probably going to be really comfortable. And then it turns out that is the whole shoe.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I like, ugh. I haven't seen anything he's put out recently that I want. And I don't know if it's because I'm just done, like I'm just done with Kanye and everything that he stands for now, or it's just I'm old. I don't know. You make the call
maybe
here.
Maybe it's both.
It could be both. It could be both. You're right. It could be both. You see, Russia, by the way, they're releasing a vaccine. They already have for frontline workers. They dropped it. Yeah. They dropped a vaccine on people, but it didn't clear phase 3 trials.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they just like, guys, we have enough research. We've hacked enough of other people's stuff. We'll make it work. Come on, health workers, you're first. Teachers, firefighters, you guys go ahead, and then we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens with you guys, and then the rest of the country can get it. Same thing with I don't know if China rushed theirs or not, but I know Russia did for sure. And then there's allegations that they're hacking other countries' COVID research.
Russia doesn't hack things. What are you talking about?
No, they don't. They really don't.
That's a really scary thought. What if? So the third phase obviously is the most important one and the one that takes the longest, which is why we don't have a vaccine yet.
Yeah.
And That's really scary,
So
especially considering
yeah.
you're saying they're giving it to frontline workers, the
Mm-hmm.
people who have been fighting the virus.
Yeah. They So phase three, did you look up? Well, no, you have a job, so you didn't look it up. I looked it up. I was like, how much is it? Because there was that company that's running the trials, the phase three trials here in Houston for the COVID-19 vaccination.
Were you looking for
And
a job there or what?
no, they would pay you to be a subject.
Oh, did you look into that?
I looked into it. I was like, let me see how much would
Did
it
you
pay.
really?
One, I did, yeah, for real. One, I was just curious. I was like, what? How much does it pay, right? And then two, I wanted to know how dangerous this is. So phase three, for the most part, it's not that dangerous because phase two, that's where most of that research is done. That hey, is this going to be impactful towards or negative impacts towards health on humans, right? Phase three, by that time, it's not that dangerous. Now, can you react negative to it? Absolutely, but you could with any vaccine, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as dangerous, but do you want to be that person that does negatively react to it or has to be hospitalized or it dies from it, God forbid? I don't. Is that worth $1,200 to you?
Absolutely. That's it? Hell no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was up to twelve
All
hundred
you get
bucks.
is a stimmy check worth?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
it.
I need at least a 3 or 4 stimmy check worth.
So $5,000, and I said, "There's a 95% chance you're good."
Oh, 95. 95 is not high enough. I
No, no,
need
no,
10 stimmies.
no. 95% you're good. 3% you end up in the hospital, okay, for a week. And it's going to suck. You're going to be in there, but they'll take care of everything. You're in there for a week. There's a 1% chance you're in there for 6 months, okay?
Mm,
There's a 0.5% chance that you die from this. And there's another 0.5% that's left over that you actually respond so great to this that you get an additional $50,000 because they want your plasma.
nah, I'm not. I'm out.
Man,
3 stimmies isn't enough for that. You're saying
dang.
$50,000 for that? No,
No, there's a chance that you get 50. It's not even guaranteed you get the 50,000.
I'm good on that.
See, that's how I know you're rich. You're like 50,000. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. I respect that. Anything else that
leave
we didn't
me,
talk?
leave me your vinyl collection then, if that's the case. If you're gonna go through with this,
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not that desperate yet, man.
you
I
can
can't.
keep the shitty Vampire Weekend ones for your daughter. I'll
I'm
take the
kicking
rest
you.
of
I'm
them.
kicking you out now. Don't you dare throw shade at Vampire Weekend. All right, we don't do that here on this podcast, Jose. Anything else that we didn't talk about that you wanted to hit on before we do click or no click?
I think we're good, man.
All right. Do you want me to pull up click or no click?
I think you should pull it up. Yeah, judging on how today's
judging
episode has gone. Yeah, I
on
think
your
you should.
Wi-Fi. Okay, Jose, you get to play click or no click today. Are you ready?
Woo!
Okay, number one. A man says he was discriminated against at Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort for bringing a purse.
Wait, how many stories do we have? 3 or 5?
I got 4.
I'm gonna say no click on that one.
Okay. I do want to give some love to the guys that are still wearing those pouches. Those because they started as a what are those called? Why am I blanking? The ones that you wear on
Fanny
your
packs?
Yeah, it started as a fanny pack. Then
The side bags?
yeah, then it turned into a side
bag?
bag, and then it just turned into a purse at some point.
Really? I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? These fanny packs are now just purses. There's no way those are side bags. They're purses. And I'm not against it. Like your boy
Sounds like you are though.
I
Sounds like
carried
you
a
are, though.
messenger bag that was like way ahead of its time, okay? Because back then, if you wore a
It's a
messenger
satchel.
bag, yeah, it was a satchel or a purse, people would make fun of you. And now you look at the same people that made fun of you like, oh, that a way to catch up to fashion, buddy. Same people that are making fun of skinny jeans, they all wear them now. You know what? Like it's all good. It's when you're working with future trends, you're gonna get some jokes. But man, I don't know, these pouches, Jose, they're just a little bit too much for me. Like I can't even pull that off.
I haven't seen them. I think you can pull it off, buddy.
No, man.
Have
No,
some
man.
confidence.
A fanny pack, I've pulled off. Like I wore a fanny pack all the time to Memorial Park because I like putting my phone in a fanny pack. Okay, Pennsylvania man carrying a sword outside Dollar General arrested. My dude just brought up
He just pulled up
he
with
just
a
pulled
sword.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that click.
Okay, I'm gonna need that click too. I'm gonna click on it right now, pulling it up. I have one, by the way. I can't reach it because I'm all situated, but I have a sword in my
Why do you
living.
have a sword?
Why not, bro?
Who gave it to you?
I bought it in Pakistan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why? Did you were able to get that through customs?
Mm-hmm. It's not a real. It's not sharp enough to be a weapon. It's just a
Hmm.
collector's item. But
Okay.
I filed down the edge, so if I needed to use it, I could use it. Okay, a
In
man
case
carrying a sword.
anyone wants to try anything.
If you want to try some, you'll catch some. It's not that sweet up here, Jose.
No one's touching my vampire weekend.
State police said Kenneth Connor, 34 years old, was taken into
Oh,
custody and transported to Butler Memorial Hospital for treatment following a confrontation with troopers. According to a press release, the general manager of the store called the police to report Connor was walking around with a sword. Troopers arrived and found him. He initially complied with orders to drop it, and it looked like it was real. When troopers went to pick it up, he ran at them and tried to grab it.
oh my goodness.
Officers then tried to physically restrain Connor, and a trooper injured his hands and knees. They didn't shoot him?
Hmm.
I'm gonna get. What do you think?
What's his name?
It is Kenneth Connor.
Hmm. Interesting.
But if somebody had a weapon, okay, and they charged the cops afterwards,
Let me look this guy up.
look him up, please.
I'm doing it on my phone, so
Yeah,
we don't
same
break
here.
anything.
We're working on tough budgets here. Kenneth Connor. So I want to see a pic. This story doesn't have a picture of him. Let me see if I can get his mugshot for you. No, nothing. I can't find his mugshot.
Is this fake news?
No, it's real. It's on WPXI and it's on WTAE. There's just no. I bet they didn't want to put the mugshot out.
Yeah, everything. I found the story on other outlets, and there's no mugshot on it.
Right? Because once you see the details, and if it is a white dude,
Hmm.
it's gonna raise a lot of questions. Just saying.
Josh asks, "Does Raheel keep that thing on him?"
I do keep that
evidently.
thing on me. Next week I'll bring. I just have a whole setup here, so I don't want. It's hard to get up once I'm sitting down. But next week I'll show you guys. Okay, two more. Illinois school district's remote dress code forbids students from wearing pajamas for
Oh,
class.
jeez. That's so annoying. Yeah, I
But
don't want the
I
click.
get it.
I'm annoyed
Not
by
worth the
that.
click. Yeah, but I get it. I get that. I'm gonna.
You want your kid absolutely fitted when for their Zoom class?
Not totally fitted, but I do want her out of her pajamas because there is a mindset like, okay, I'm out of my pajamas. You have to get ready for school. I know this is different, but I agree with that. But I don't know if I would put a whole rule in place
Right.
because you know what most of these kids are going to do? They're not going to obey it.
It seems ridiculous to me, but I cannot comment as I am not a father.
Okay? Yeah, please don't comment on stories that involve kids. All right? You have no right. It's so stupid. Who recently said that? There was a story about that. Remember we talked? Oh gosh, I'm blanking. But that was like a big deal. Was the I'm a dad? Okay, so I'm allowed to comment on this.
Come on, buddy. You know what story it is.
No, not today's story.
Oh, okay.
No, like last month because
It was the Washington D.C. football team story, maybe.
Maybe. Man, I can't remember.
The Washington Post story about the toxic environment.
Yes, that's it. Somebody said that's right. You're right.
As a father, I know we cannot do this to women.
Yes, you're right. That was it. Okay, here's the last one for you. National Park Service PSA: don't push your slower friends in front of bears. Is this a trend that's I clicked it because I want to know, has
Oh
this
yeah.
happened?
I
Let's
mean,
see.
how many times does this have to happen for the National Park Service to put out a release for this?
Dude, there's an actual graphic and
Oh my goodness.
it says friends don't use friends as bear bait.
Bear meat.
Okay, if it's us two, we're at Yosemite Park, as our president likes to say.
Yosemite.
My dude really went Yosemite. Gosh. He really hit us with the Yosemite.
Oh my goodness.
We're there. We see a we're gonna go with the brown bear. I believe the brown bear is home. Yosemite is home to them. A brown bear is coming towards us. Who is the slower one?
It's totally me.
Oh, you're
It has to.
done.
It has to be me. So what I'm going to do is before as the thought even crosses your mind, I'm going to shove you to the ground.
Yeah, but I can recover.
I mean, if the bear's mauling, you can't.
No, I'm saying, okay, the bear is 20
You think you
yards
can fight
away.
a bear?
Oh, no chance. No, there's no way I could fight a bear. I already know how. If Leonardo DiCaprio can't fight a bear, I can't fight a bear, bro. Okay, like he should have died. All right. It's just that bear had no killer instinct. It was a James Harden of bears. All right, he left. Like you didn't close it out.
You have to do that.
My dude didn't close out the game. All right, he left the bear there. Yeah, 13 turnovers there in the final frame there. So the bear left him alive. He should have killed him, but he didn't. I cannot beat up a bear. But if it's 20 yards away, all right, 20 yards, he sees both of us. He starts his initial burst towards us, and you push me down. I think I could recover and still get away. If I push you down, there's no way.
You know why I wouldn't feel bad about pushing you down?
Why?
Because I know you got that thing on you. Okay. You're going to take care of that bear with your little samurai sword.
I was thinking about, I'm going to the beach this weekend.
Taking your samurai sword to the beach?
I think I should. Because there's there's going to be a lot of Trump flags in Bolivar. Let's just be honest. We know what it is. There's going to be a lot of Confederate flags. Do you want me? I'll take a picture of every Confederate flag I see.
What are you planning on doing to them if you're taking your thing?
I don't know.
You're going to chop some flags up?
I might have to go Umbrella Academy on them. I might have to put my little eyepiece on and go. I might just have to do it.
I don't know what that means yet, but okay.
Yeah, make sure you watch it. But yeah, that's I think you wouldn't be able to recover, brother. That's it. I think you would be done. I think if you push me and you sacrifice me, I think I'll be able to get up. Unless my back is hurting, then I'm screwed. If my back is stiff, I'm done. There's no way.
Did you do the dishes the night before?
No. Did not do. I did the dishes on her birthday.
Did you do laundry the night before I shove you in front of the bear?
No chance.
Any heavy lifting? Did you fall off a ladder like Lance Zierlein?
No, I don't get on ladders.
The day before.
I don't get on ladders. If I played basketball the day before, then I'm screwed because the day after I play, I'm sore. Like it's tough. It's a rough morning for me because I'm not old, I'm not young anymore. That's why. But I did do the dishes, by the way. Shout out to all my friends who follow me on Twitter, like my legit friends, and that texted my wife happy birthday. They all made the same joke. Make sure he does the dishes today. Big ups to them. Big ups. I did do the dishes. I did the dishes like 5 times yesterday because there was so many dishes. But yeah, I did do it. So, all right, Jose, we're done. I will talk to you on Monday. We only have 6 days in between this time around.
Sounds good, man.
All right, man. I will talk to you later. Hopefully your Wi-Fi is a little bit better. It actually got better towards the end, so it's all good. It's all good. All right, we'll talk to everyone later. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the Raheel Show podcast. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And if you're still listening right now, that means you kind of enjoy some of the content that I put out. Look up No Layups with David Nuno and Raheel Ramsnali. Subscribe to the other podcast as well for those specific episodes. Thank you, guys. I will talk to you later.